right, Black and White Network supporters, we're going to talk about that S show that was the Republican debate. Now, once again, just like the last one, I haven't watched it. I didn't watch it. I did pull up Trump's rally. Well, it wasn't even a rally. It was a speech he gave at for the union workers, right? For the automotive industry. It's very good what I heard of it. I think I listened to maybe 30 minutes of it, 45 minutes of it. Not the same format as you would expect from a rally. It was a lot more automotive-centric. But, again, he stole the spotlight from the Republicans. And I have watched some clips last night. Chris Christie and his childbearing hips. My goodness. Boy, he's a mess, isn't he? Oh, God, man. I got to tell you, I understand I'm not in the shape I used to be in. I get it. I still hit the gym 6 days a week. You know, I was in there cranking out, probably did 30 or 40,000 pounds of volume this morning. Most of me's in pretty good shape. Got a gut because I don't want a low carb anymore. And I kind of don't care like that. But God, I'm still in pretty good shape. Man, do a low carb diet, run a lap, whatever. So, a couple of takeaways here. Number one, people are destroying Fox News today for having the ultra left-wing Univision as part of this Fox Business debate last night. It's like, what are you doing there? And the other thing is Kari Lake, somebody we love on this channel, right? America First. A lot of us still have the stink eye over what exactly happened in Arizona, although I think a lot of us suspect we know what happened in Arizona. And she's supposed to be running for Senate pretty soon, although I don't think she's officially announced. Well, she has made some comments, and I think it reflects how a lot of us feel. Look, guys, one thing I did hear at Trump's speech last night, he was talking about, they're having a debate among people that are so badly wanting to serve on my cabinet. That's his way of saying y'all got no chance of winning. He said they all want to be a part of my staff. Maybe they want to be on his staff. I don't know. So anyway, point is, they're not going to win. It's very evident they're not going to win. He also said last night, he said, what do you think, folks? Is one of them a contender for VP? And then he stopped, and then he said, I don't think so. So I think that ends the discussion over whether or not any of those candidates that are running right now are going to actually be the VP nominee. I don't think so. I think it's Kristi Noem. I feel like that's where we're going, is Kristi Noem. So Kari Lake came out, made comments about the debate, and said, it's time for you guys to give up. All right? Give up. Show your America first, and all of you guys in unison get behind Trump and rally behind Trump, because there's bigger fish to fry right now. Number one, got to take back the White House. All right? Number two, Trump's beating Biden now in liberal polls. When you're leading in Washington Post / ABC News polls to the point that they're trying to distance themselves from their own poll, you're in a lot of trouble, Democrats. And he's winning in a lot of polls that show Biden winning last time. Trump is now winning in those polls too. Kari Lake came out and said, hey, it's enough. It's enough. We got to rally behind Trump. So we're going to listen to her comments here. And she was on Newsmax last night. This was her takeaway she shared on the X. The debate was a total disaster. I really hope the men and women on that stage go home tonight, do some soul searching. My God, Ronald DeSantis looks like Ronald McDonald right now. It's bad, folks. It really is. We've never seen a fall, I don't think, ever like this. The guy could not have been higher. I was real high on Ronald. And, wow, what a disgrace. We're on the verge of losing this country, and we don't have time for this sideshow. And that's what it is. It's time to put America first and rally around Trump. So, here we go.
Hey, good night, guys. Good evening, guys. We are here with Kari Lake. Kari, I noticed you left the debate a little early tonight. You didn't stay for the full thing. Why not?
This was a tough one to sit through. I mean, and I'm sure that people at home tuned away probably within the first 10 or 15 minutes. You've got a bunch of people up there on stage. It's a vanity project for them. They know that they're at, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in the polls, and they're up against a giant, a political giant, and they're up against the next president of the United States. That's 60 points in the polling. He's actually out being a leader. He's in Michigan talking to working men and women who are struggling in the Joe Biden economy while they're quibbling up there on the stage. The moderators lost total control. It was, I don't want to use any profanity up here, but it was not pleasant to watch. I think I saw many people yawning. Almost everybody was on their phone, looking down at their phone during the debate. And I'm assuming the men and the women on that stage need to go home tonight, do some soul searching. It is time to step behind and stand up and support President Trump. We're on the verge of losing this country, and we don't have time for this sideshow. We really don't. And I'm being serious right now. I'm really worried about this country for my children's future. And we've got the D-list debate going on so that they can continue to try to get their name out, get a gig as a CNN contributor when we're losing our country. It's time to step behind President Trump, and let's get behind a great man to lead this country out of this nightmare that Joe Biden has steered us into.
I couldn't have said it better. I mean, absolutely. We've got so many problems going on in this country right now, and this is what these guys are doing. For crying out loud, it's embarrassing at this point. I mean, understand, and look, he's probably not going to be running against Biden. I mean, there's more and more fire. Gavin Newsom is probably going to end up announcing at some point soon. And I just think, we're going to need somebody like Trump to run. I mean, Biden, the DNC may make sure Biden gets in, but they don't want him to run. And I saw somebody yesterday say, yeah, Gavin is probably getting pretty close to announcing. So that brings me over here. Unwatchable. Fox got blasted last night over this. I mean, they got destroyed because they decided to people are blasting Fox News anyway, but they decided to bring in Univision, which is like a Trump-hating supreme on the Spanish side, left-stream media, and they were involved in the debate. There it is. There's a little logo up there. The debate kicked off with Univision anchor Alia Calderon opening up the debate by speaking Spanish and telling viewers that the candidates are trying to win them over. Quote, please allow me to welcome our Spanish-speaking audience. This is America, lady, Calderon said, stating in Spanish, a good evening to all from the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. The Republican presidential candidates also seek your vote for the party's primaries. Welcome. But the irritation of the inclusion of Univision only grew throughout the night as moderators were asked about gun violence, amnesty, Obamacare, and more. It's a good thing Univision is an official partner of this debate, so issues that matter Republican voters are covered. Said not one Republican primary or caucus voter. Sean Spicer observed, as one commentator remarked, it was pretty obvious when they tried to get the candidates to sign on to amnesty. Yeah, right there. Sean Spicer. Why do we continue to get questions from the left from Univision? No wonder we're in a mess we're in. That's David Limbaugh. Molly Hemingway, Univision moderator, advocates big time for open borders and amnesty. Candidates handled it fairly well. Megyn Kelly. Is this an MSNBC debate? Question mark. Yikes. Unwatchable. By the way, the left-leaning Reagan Library would be wholly recognizable to the president whose legacy they purport to carry on, and the Univision editorial contributions to this debate are absurd. Trump wins again by not legitimizing any of this. My goodness. GOP debate update, Scott Greer. Univision sent the anchor with the thickest accent imaginable to moderate. Oh, had no idea this was Univision illegal immigration rally debate. Univision girl has got to go. She's an amnesty shield to the 10th power. None of this should be surprising. I mean, we sat through Chris Wallace with Fox News and back when that happened. And, of course, now he's where he belongs at CNN, wasting away somewhere. And it was just a continuation. It just destroyed it. The Univision propagandist using bullshit stats on fentanyl. No shit, 90% of fentanyl seized is at the ports of entry because the vast majority is coming in with illegals who are cartel smugglers, not being caught at the other areas of the border. My goodness, yeah. So, yeah, it was good. I did not see it. I saw some clips. It was a mess. There's a clip of Ron DeSantis. I mean, Ronald looks like a total idiot out there. In fact, I think John did the video on that. Haven't had a chance to watch it, but he just looks lost now. Like, he has no idea what's going on. You got Chris Christie up there. Really thought he was trying to macho up on Trump last night. And he decided to say something about Donald Duck, I think, for Trump dodging the debate, I guess is what they presume it to be. He could have came. He didn't dodge it. He just didn't want to come. It makes no sense when you're leading by a zillion points in the primary poll. Why would you do it? You know, it would actually be, you would have to be an idiot to do it if you're leading by that and you don't need it and you were already president once. You know, and then Ron DeSantis came out last night and personally challenged Trump to a debate. Okay. I mean, you would get destroyed. I mean, he would stomp a mud hole in Ronald's butt right now and then walk the SOB dry. I mean, that's just where we would be at, Stone Cold Steve Austin style. It would be ugly. And again, it wasn't even a rally that Trump did. It was just a speech. And it was still way more interesting than any of the clips I saw this morning. And he said Donald Duck. And that got Porky Pig trending on the artist formerly known as the Twitter. So there you have it, guys. My roundup of the debate that I did not watch. My thoughts on it. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.